live. Yeah, yeah, we going live. Hey, hey, we going live. Yeah, yeah, we going live. Yeah, yeah, we going. Yeah, yeah, we going. Yeah, 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 we going live. From the 50-yard line, we going live. From the 50-yard line, we going live. From the 50-yard line. Hey.
All right, so after that last story, we talked about, Chauncey Billups. We see that that the NBA teams who have vacancies have decided to hire Black head coaches. So Chauncey Billups, being a Clippers assistant, got the head coaching job for the Portland Trailblazers. Jason Kidd, who was a Lakers assistant, got the head coaching job for the Dallas Mavericks. What was the other hire?
Was it another?
You know what? I don't think it was another hire yet. I think the
Not
Wizards
yet.
are waiting to hire, and it's actually looking like they may interview Wes Unseld Jr., who his dad played for the franchise. And that would be a good full circle moment.
Okay.
And obviously he's Black too, so that would be a good look,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, for that
Yeah.
department.
Yeah,
But
clearly. On sale and yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about this uptick in the hiring in the NBA?
Not surprised. It's the NBA. They're the progressive league, right? They're gonna do stuff first, and then others will follow, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised at it. Happy to see it, actually. I think that the thing that I find fascinating is, again, being progressive, because they said, wait a minute, 3 of the 4 coaches that are currently that are still in the hunt right now are African American. Oh, maybe there's a formula here that we need to follow, right? And so those teams are now like, well, let's do this.
Right.
Unlike the NFL, where we talked about this when they won, the Bucks got a whole squad, a whole coaching staff, but it didn't move the metric. It didn't move anybody to say, well, maybe we need to, you know what I'm saying? And so again, in the NBA being much more progressive. Not surprised, happy to see it. Hope they do well. Now my next thing will be, we're not gonna dismiss these women. So don't play with Becky Hammond. Don't play with any of the other ones. If you're serious, be serious. Give them a shot. So we're not going to go backwards in what's been happening to Black coaches and now do it to women.
Right.
But I'm happy to see this. It's the trend that's happening. And especially because these are our former players. Who better? Right? Who better? Because that's not the case all the time, right? Coaches are not former players.
True.
So having these former players have these opportunities, and when you look across the board at the teams who were in the playoffs, a lot of them, that was the case. These were former players who are now coaches who understand not only the game of basketball, but what it takes to get a team to do. Like, look at what Nate McMillan is doing with the Hawks.
Yeah.
It just, so they figured out the formula. So I'm excited about it. I hope they do well.
Yeah, me too. Well, we know that one of them just got eliminated last night. Ty Lue.
Yeah.
So right now you still have Monty Williams and Nate McMillan.
Yeah.
Budenholzer is the only non-Black head coach left. But it really is good to see, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I called it bittersweet earlier, because it's like you hate to see the controversy surrounding it, because you can't just celebrate the fact that 2 Black head coaches got hired, you know.
It's always got to be something. It's always a but. Right? Always a but. So, yeah. But no, I'm excited for them. I want to see them I want to see them do well. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's move on to this. I don't know. I don't want to mispronounce her name. I've been calling her Sha'Carri Richardson. But I've heard some people say Sha'Carri, or people mess up names.
Sha'Carri. I think it is
but
Sha'Carri.
I thought it was Sha'Carri.
Yeah,
just in looking at it.
Yeah.
But you kind of alerted me of something that I had no idea about, like,
yeah,
because I guess maybe in my circles I've been seeing her be celebrated so much. Like,
one would think that's what it should be, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
But it looks like she's been receiving criticism from the media and Black men in particular, shaming her for her looks, her choices of expression, like her hair color, and at the fact that she doesn't have kids, which she's running track. I would think that, and she's like 20 something years old. I would think that her focus would be on track at the moment, not having kids. So I don't even see why that's a criticism.
Well, I think it's because I want to say she has come out and say she's not interested in having kids.
Mm-hmm.
And so that is like the, what?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, what woman doesn't, like, whatever.
Right.
Like, everybody ain't want their womb to be whatever. Like, it's just not. And you know what? I think more women should, because everybody ain't built to be a mama.
Mm-hmm.
Even though you might have the hardware to be a mother, you might not be built to be a mother. And she might, and so for her to recognize that's not her thing, I'm not a kid person, whatever her reasoning, it's her choice. It's her body. Hello.
But it's good that she found it out now instead
and she
of
might
after she done had kids.
Young.
Right, yeah. That's my thing. I'm like, why is this even a story? Like, why is this even a thing?
It's disgusting. I'm disgusted because the media is, again, we just had this conversation in our production meeting. Anybody who knows me knows I am such a proponent of just human beings. Mm-hmm. I don't care about, unless you're doing something is foul, I don't care about color like that. Like, you know what I mean? But it just keeps coming back. Mm-hmm. So why are we having, it's almost the same thing when we talked about Gabby Douglas.
Right.
And they talked about her hair. So why is the media persecuting this young lady because she chooses to express herself the way she does with her hair and her nails? Yeah. That's her choice. Obviously, none of that's slowing her down.
Exactly. She out here breaking records.
None of this is slowing her down. Right. So worry about yourself. Again, this is back to my point we had a minute ago. Why are people so worried about other people? And we're so hypocritical as a society, because we spew this, we're a country of, all these different kind of people, and we love it, and we love that you express yourself, freedom of expression, but it's really as long as it fits into our box. Mm-hmm. Right? As long as that freedom of expression fits in our box. Mm-hmm. The moment it's outside of our box, then you're a problem. But you just told me I had the right to freely express myself. But no. I only meant as long as it was in this box. Right. Mm-hmm. That's not freedom then.
Nope.
And so for her, I mean, that the choices she makes are not my choices. That wouldn't be what I would do, but she's welcomed. I love it.
Right.
We're two different females, and I'm all here for it. Do you? Mm-hmm. I'm good. Go out and wear your red hair and them flaming fingernails and keep it moving. Right. Keep it moving. And I love it. Every moment of it. Just do you. And I love that she's doing her. So that's the media part. The part that's I am livid about is these Black men.
Yeah.
We Black women, have the hardest job on this earth. Mm-hmm. And for a Black man to open his lips and degrade this young lady to say, well, she must, if she looked like a man, or she must be a man. She must be trans. Excuse me?
Right.
What are you talking about? Somebody who looks like her gave birth to you, idiots.
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about? You should be praising that woman, just like you just said your circle is doing. That's all we should be doing, period.
Well, that's why, like, whoever those men were, you know what I'm saying, we're not going to let them speak for the entire group, because, you know, whatever their criticisms are criticisms from their ignorant, you know what I'm saying, mind, and it's not a representation or a reflection of all Black men. You know what I'm saying? I fully support her. Like, I love the arrogance. I love the, you know.
It's confidence. It ain't even arrogance. If this was a woman, a man, this is just confidence. It ain't even arrogance. It's just, I know I'm her. I know I'm the woman, right? Like they say, I'm the man, I'm the woman. And so, yeah, pointing at the thing when she won, I loved it.
Right, yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Baby.
All of that.
All that. That's right. What's wrong with that?
Absolutely nothing. You know what I'm saying? And so I think if your personal preference is that's something that I don't like, then that's cool. Like, you don't have to watch her, but you also don't have to offer your opinion about it either. Like, you could just change the channel and keep it moving. But we're going to celebrate this Black queen. You know what I'm saying? We're going to celebrate her. Yeah.
Keep going, girl. We here for it. All of it. Go do it.
Now, we're going to dig a little more into the Olympics, because everybody is having an issue with Miss Gwen Berry's protest. Which was a peaceful protest, but we saw what peaceful protests get you if your name is Colin Kaepernick.
Right. Or I can't think of their names.
From Tommy Smith and
yeah.
It's Tommy Smith and dang it. This one comes to me in a second.
Yeah, them two. Yeah. Peaceful protests. But again, this goes back to my point I just made. Freedom of speech or freedom of expression until it doesn't fit in our box.
Right.
Our comfortable little box. Whoever our is, our comfortable little box. When you get outside of this comfort zone, for us, it becomes a problem.
Right.
But this whole thing, they blindsided her with this anyway, because they were supposed to play the anthem before they came out.
Right.
And so they did it once they got out there, and she's like, I'm not about to, no.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I was totally fine with the protest, but obviously it makes Republicans and conservative people very upset, because this object, for it to be disrespected, you know, we talked about cloth. This, right? It's cloth.
It's cloth.
And it's a song in which the lyrics still sing about slaves.
So we supposed to celebrate that? Honor that? I think not. I think not.
People crazy.
If that's her choice, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, yes.
You can't make somebody. What is that? Like, just, you know what? I'm not going there. We're not even going to talk about the fact that the words to the song. I'm just going to say it's her choice. Because she's an American.
Right.
Y'all harp on being free to do this and free to do that, and that's the land of the free and all of this. Then let her be free to do what she does.
Right.
Again, stop with the hypocrisy.
Well, that's because I think the people who say that know that it's BS.
Listen, I told you I love the response from the press secretary when she was asked about this. I think her statement sums it up for everybody who feels like we do, right?
Right.
And she said, Jim, I can't say her, Nasaki, I think it's Jen Psaki said, I know Biden, in parentheses, is incredibly proud to be an American and has great respect for the anthem and all that it represents. He would also say that part of that pride in our country means recognizing there are moments where we as a country haven't lived up to our highest ideals, and means respecting the right of people granted in the Constitution to peacefully protest.
Yeah.
So this is her. She funny though. You saw what she put on Twitter.
Oh, what she said?
Stop playing with me.
She ain't going for it. I love it.
Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. So and so for somebody to be like, oh, she shouldn't be able to represent the United States in the Olympics. Okay. You know what? Then you'd be mad if she went and got citizenship in Canada or somewhere else and blew y'all out. And then went out there and threw the hammer and blew y'all out. Then you'd be mad.
Right.
Then you'd be big mad. Like, well, she's an American. Why would she just leave this person alone?
Right.
How about that?
She representing the country. Like,
she represents a country that she don't even feel like she can celebrate, but she's still going to do it.
Exactly.
So y'all really? Yeah. No. I'm on one today, Jarrett. Just go on.
Oh no, we good. It's just crazy how, people are okay with protesting when they have an issue or a gripe, but then
you
when
can go and destroy a whole federal building.
Exactly.
And you tearing down stuff that, anyway. Woosah.
Yeah, stuff like these stories, situations will do it to you.
Yeah, it don't fit in. I'm not for the box. So I'm not for the box. I believe everybody's a human being, and you should be able, as long as you're following the law, not breaking the law like they did. I mean, following the law. And there are protests that I don't agree with that have happened in the Black community. So this is not a race thing. No, don't go looting. Don't be acting foolish. Don't do stupid stuff within the law. Whatever you do, just do you. Well, why am I being judged for doing me?
Right.
I'm not hurting anybody. I hadn't killed nobody. There's so many things you could just, it's just too much. Speaking of kill, anyway. Sorry, that was
This is a great transition to the next one.
Okay. Yes.
So the owner and coach.
I don't know his name. I ain't even look it up, Jarrett. I don't care.
No, yeah, I'm about to say we don't
we
even
don't
need to
care.
know it.
We do not care, as they say on TikTok. We do not care.
The owner and coach of this semi-pro football team kills a bank security guard while robbing the bank in order to pay the team bills. I was about to say something to make light of this, and this is why I think that we.
It's just ridiculous.
I might should have looked up the names just so
I don't want to know.
So it won't just be a story that I make jokes about because somebody lost their life.
Yeah.
But to pay the team bills, you were really dedicated to the ownership and the coaching of this team. If you want to rob a bank,
it was your life
to pay the bill.
Like, for real. But are we really there in this world? Are we really there? And you probably poured all of what you had into this, and that's why you felt so strongly about trying to make it survive, right? But
you taking people out for that.
But Are we there? It's okay. So I'm gonna put on another hat and say the extremes that you went to make me wonder about your mental health.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna put that out there. The extremes you went to made me wonder about your mental health. Have you lost it? Did you lose it? Or did you know what I mean? Like literally, did you lose it? Did you get to that point? Clearly you got somewhere, because this is beyond. I don't even know how to. When I saw this, is this real? Like, did you kill somebody for what? To pay some bills?
To pay the team
and you
bills?
know, so in my head, I told you this. All I think of is Will Ferrell and semi-pro.
And semi-pro.
And which he wouldn't have killed nobody, but he might have robbed the bank. But he
Jackie Moon would have robbed the bank.
Jackie Moon would have robbed the bank for his team. But I'm just, it's just, we got to do better, people.
Exactly.
And this whole like desensitization we have about life.
Yeah.
Like, really? You killed a whole person who probably had a family.
Right.
And now yours is over. You're 27 years old. Your life is over.
Life over. Right.
And your friend that helped you, 24. Y'all both gone. Goodbye.
Yeah.
To pay some bills. Is that what we're really doing?
To pay some bills.
That's what we're doing.
Lord.
Okay. Sure. All right.
Now put the cameras on me, 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 put the cameras on me.